gouvernance irresponsable.
After noting an irresponsible, unpredictable governance which results in a continuous deterioration of social cohesion that risks leading the country to chaos, today, the 30th of August 2023, in the name of the Gabonese people, we, the Committee of the Transition and the Restoration of Institutions, have decided to defend the peace, putting an end to the regime in place. To this end, the general elections of August 26, 2023, as well as the results, are cancelled. The borders of the country are closed until further notice. All the institutions of the Republic are dissolved. The government, the Senate, the National Assembly, the Constitutional Court. We call on the population for calm and serenity, and we affirm our attachment to the respect of Gabon's commitments to the international community.
Yeah, Gabon. Another uncle bites the dust. Damn right. I told you, Africans are tired, man. Do you know that damn family, been in charge for 50 years? 50 years, propped up by France as a beacon of democracy. Gabon should have been one of the richest countries in the world. But that one family of coons, that traded the welfare of their country for personal wealth, passing along the presidency through the family like they kings, right? Under the guise of democracy and free and fair elections. I told you, they're done. This is the age of information. Now everybody is armed with the information. And if you notice, these coups happening in these Francophone West African countries, they're all peaceful coups. Because the people on the side of the military, this is the job of the military, to protect its citizens. And right now, the militaries of West Africa, the men of West Africa, are protecting their citizens from the traitors, the vagabonds, and the demons within their communities that's holding us back. All the uncles that will trade anything for butter biscuits from Europe. So now France got to deal with another. What they going to do? What America going to do? See, America knew that this was nothing but a dictator. America knew that. America likes dictators. America likes dictators because a dictator is easy to control. But when you have an actual democracy full of individuals with real ideas and they're educated on politics, they're not going to just do what you say. You see, Europe only cares about their interests. America, Europe 2.0, the white people, only cares about their interests. America's a little different because the good thing about America is America's up for sale. So if African Americans want to take America, we can take America politically. But that's the only way we can do it, politically. And we got to start businesses and make them big enough so that we can influence the politicians. Because if you can't influence the politicians, you can't take over nothing. That's the game. Empowering ourselves economically and socially, making ourselves a power group, and telling these politicians what to do. And putting the politicians that we want in office to do what we want and paying them so they don't have to be beholden to Walmart, to Bank of America, to JP Morgan, to these things. We got to make sure the politicians that we want, that's going to do the things we want, are insulated from those entities. And that they can run effective campaigns and get their message out and not be inundated with candidates that's going to have millions upon millions of dollars of campaign money to overtake them in elections. That's how it works. That's real power. Right? Real power. Marching ain't real. Marching is good, but taking power in politics is more important. All right? But I'm proud of the Gabonians. I think that's what they say. Gabonians? Is that what they say? Gabonians. Another one bites the dust. I support them 100%. All African people should be supporting them 100%. All African people should be supporting them 100%. Yeah. We got one uncle. We got one uncle left. We got one, well, now there's a few more uncles, but there's one the most important uncle still there. The most important uncle still there. And we're going to leave that one. We're going to leave that one because that's the grand finale right there. That's the grand finale. All uncles in Africa on notice. All uncles in Africa on notice. All uncles in Africa on notice. And all the uncles over here on notice. All them coons over here, you on notice because we all see you. Your little tricks don't work. People are smarter now. We see what you're doing. We see the word salad you throw out. We see that. A family, 50 years. 50 years. 50 years. You've been the president of a country since it's basically been a country. ain't built a hospital, don't build no jobs, but you a billionaire somehow, and you fly to France, and you get all your butter biscuits. You got great health care. Your family get taken care of in France, but you can't take care of your people? Man, fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck European interests. Fuck France's interests. Fuck them. Africa is rising. Africa is rising. That's right. That's right. I'm happy. I saw this last night. I should have made a video last night. I just want to see, what was going on, what was happening. France ain't shit without Africa. France has nothing. What kind of resources do France got? What specialties do they have? They don't do shit. They get their butter biscuits from other parts of Europe. They get their butter biscuits from America when you feel like throwing them scraps and shit, even though America really don't like France. America don't really like France. I don't see America pushing too hard. America's smart enough to know how to change with the winds. I know that. I ain't really worried about America. America's smart. America's smart. Plus, America's the American political system is being inundated with people of color, being inundated with black people. I'm trying to tell you. So the strength of the white man has been dwindling within politics, even though they still hold power, because the people who pay these politicians to run, these people that influence them, are still there. So the corporations, these white Western corporations, the same corporation that enslaved us, these same corporations that own these damn plantations, are the same corporation that we work for and we purchase goods and items and services from today. The same corporation. Don't ever forget that in America. Don't ever forget that the corporations that you can get your insurance from, the corporations you get your car insurance from, the corporations you put your money in, the corporation that you go to get your groceries from, all these corporations are the same corporations. Changed, switched downs, created entities are the same ones that enslaved you. Keep that in mind. Are the same ones that take advantage of the people in the Midwest. Are the same ones that put every group of people in this country in poverty. Whether utilizing racism, whether utilizing classism, whatever they got to do, that's what they got to do. The same corporations, and a lot of these corporations are multinational corporations, meaning they travel around. Like Shell is one of the biggest viruses in Africa. Yeah, you know the gas company we go to with the pretty little shit? Yeah, them. And all the other gas stations that we go fill that gas up, and they raise our gas prices up artificially, even though they don't have to. These same countries are the ones that pay private militaries to go to Africa, right, to secure their interests. These same private companies that's bigger than most governments, they got militaries bigger than most governments, private contractors, while we sitting here talking about Wagner, like Wagner is the only private military out here doing shit. Wagner is one private military out of thousands of private militaries that do exactly the same thing under the guise of hush, hush, corporate interests. But you don't see them on TV because they know how to stay off the camera. But Wagner was on camera. That's why everybody know Wagner. But they're just one of many. And most of them come from America. Most of those companies are from America. Why? Because I won't tell you why I know, but I know. Okay? I know because they would try to recruit people like me. They tried to recruit people like me. A lot, all the time, to go over there and do that. You understand? But yeah, Gabon, another one bites the dust. Another uncle, and then he on in there crying and shit. Crying, help me in English. They don't speak English, they speak French. Who you talking to? You're not talking to them. Ain't nobody coming from your rescue, you're a billionaire. This family right now has enough money to literally fix his entire country with his own bank account and won't do it. That's how fucked up these uncles are. These the same uncles that would sell us into slavery. These are some same uncles that we got over here in America that will go to Republican conservative side and kiss white supremacy's ass and tell black people that we are weak because we're complaining about our condition. That we shouldn't worry about nothing. We should just allow things to happen the way they are. That what we know happening is not happening. What we see, we don't see. What we hear, we don't hear. Fucking coons. All of them. All of them, bunch of coon uncles. The age of the coon is over. The light is on. We see all you traitors. Internationally and nationally. Everywhere in the world, you can't hide. Everywhere. Gabon, I support you. African Americans support you. Everybody's real black Pan-Africans, we support Gabon. We want Gabon and we want the people of Gabon to get everything that they deserve. And fuck that family. I hope they take all, well, that money's probably sitting in France because that's where all the coon money is in France. They got their bank accounts in France. So fuck France. Support to the Gabon people, and let's keep it going, and let's get some more uncles. That's all I got to say. This is Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
I'm to send a message to all the friends that we have all over the world, to tell them to make noise, For the people here have arrested me and my family. My son is somewhere, my wife is in another place. I don't know what's going on.
Tout part de la démocratie.
Le